finally, we go to the last few slides. So cybersecurity, data privacy, cloud, and AI. The features of Open RAN, the key features of Open RAN are also actually its greatest challenges when it comes to cybersecurity. So again, security and privacy concerns related to software-defined networking, virtualization, multiple vendors must be assessed and addressed. Also, the decentralization of control can also increase the number of threat vectors in the surface area for attacks. So that's a potential danger there that must be addressed. A new law, RA 11659, or the Amendment to the Public Service Act, actually classifies telecoms, officially classified telecoms as a critical infrastructure. So it must comply with information security standards. In the most recent National Cybersecurity Plan for 2023 to 2028, which, by the way, was promulgated as an executive order, executive number 58, also requires critical infrastructure to submit certain requirements. So, kumbaga, hindi lang yung the technical aspect of Open RAN. All of these requirements, reports, assessments, certifications, and compliance with data privacy, cybercrime law, etc., needs to be in place. Okay, for data privacy, again, and many people tend to forget this kasi, so I'm reminding everyone. Data Privacy Act is about protecting personal information in information and communication systems, or ICS. The law defines the functions of personal information controller, or PI controller, and processor, including third parties who are hired to perform the function. So the challenge in a multiple vendor and virtualized environment is to identify the PI controller and processor if there will be new ones, and their obligations need to be clear under the DPA. So the DPA is concerned with PI. It is not concerned with data breach, or at least not all data breaches, unless the breach involves personal information. Okay. Okay, let's go up to the cloud. The government has a cloud-first policy, so only for government, which prescribes the use of cloud computing solutions for all executive agencies. Executive agencies only because this is a department circular, while ensuring that there are cybersecurity controls in place. So cloud service providers, whether they are based in the Philippines or not, need to be accredited. And they have to comply with local and international cybersecurity standards. An important note here, data localization. So there's been a much buzz about data localization. There is no data localization or residency requirement, which means that the data you store or process can be done in facilities abroad. However, there are restrictions. So sensitive, above sensitive, and highly sensitive government data that you process in your mobile network, for example, would need to comply with certain levels of data residency requirements, especially the highly sensitive government data. Okay, now on the hot topic of AI, the flavor of the month. We do not have a policy or regulation on AI yet. However, some government agencies, such as the Department of Trade and Industry, already issued a national AI strategy roadmap. But the objective is to promote innovation for business. The Department of Science and Technology worked on an AI research and development strategy. So again, the objective is how to develop AI. The DICT and the Civil Service Commission are working on a set of principles and guidelines for ethical and trustworthy use of AI in the government. So I'm emphasizing this because AI, many agencies are excited about AI development and deployment, but the legislature is quite wary about AI development, such that several House bills have already been filed, which aims to introduce a governance framework for AI. Some of them even proposing to regulate AI now. So the key concern is to exercise full human control over AI, unless we want to have our AI overlord in the near future. Okay, finally, while there are global initiatives aimed at helping develop standards, foster interoperability, and advocate for favorable policies for Open RAN, we must remember the following. One, policy and regulation can and should create an environment where new technology and innovation can be freely introduced and thrive. Policy should not be technology specific. That is actually the biggest pitfall of all our laws, 7925, 3846, etc. And public funding can fill in gaps resulting from market failure. So to encourage market adoption, you can have some segments of the country where there's public funding, let's say for open AI deployment, for underserved areas. But in the end, market adoption will be the best determinant of the fate of tech or any standard.